if you want to help people to suffer well, then you have to learn how to suffer really well. And the only way to learn how to suffer well is to just keep facing your suffering. Facing your suffering. Right? The more I can train myself to be strong enough, calm enough, equanimous enough, inclusive enough, compassionate enough, right? Capable enough of producing joy even inside of darkness, right? All the components of love in Buddhism. The stronger I get at my practice of love, the more suffering I can face. The more suffering I can face. And the more suffering I can face, the deeper my understanding becomes. The more open my eyes are, the thinner the veil, the more honest my contact with reality. Part of why human beings, myself included, are so confused all the time, right? And so muddled and grasping and overwhelmed by our experience and our emotions, is because whenever something hurts, we turn away. We run away sometimes into the bottom of a bottle, or a television, or and on and on and on. Right? We've created all these wonderful ways to distract ourselves. But how could you ever understand what was going on in a room if every time you found some corner or touched something in it that frightened you, if you turned away? Right? You would end up only knowing what was going on in the center of the room on a soft shag rug, because that's where you felt safe. And if you stayed in that small space long enough, you'd start to think that that was the whole room. You'd start to forget that those other things were there. You would never really understand. We're doing this in our lives. We're doing this in our lives. If something hurts or scares us or we don't understand it, we look away. And so suffering well is getting so good at being compassionate and equanimous and inclusive and able to produce joy, so kind, that we're strong enough to look directly at the thing that scares us, to look directly at the thing that hurts the most, again and again and again. And then, unlike the person who has the very narrow, very twisted, sort of funhouse mirror version of their environment and their reality, because we are learning to suffer well, right? To acknowledge and accept and even be grateful for the data, the truth. We start to develop this much more complete, much more real understanding of what's taking place inside us and outside of us. Sometimes very simply said in Zen, it's we start to make honest contact. We're not just looking at everything through the filter of some pain-averse story, right? That's de-emphasizing all kinds of things and really emphasizing others, but all for the purpose of the avoidance of pain. We start to take that filter off and just look at things in the raw.